Good morning. It's Friday, January 10th. And January 10th is a special day in my life because it's the birthday of my brother. So I want to wish him a happy birthday. And I'll tell you, yesterday when I was thinking about doing something, this brand particularly, I thought yesterday was his birthday for some reason. I was confused. I had the days all confused. But I really want to talk today, not about my confusion, but about Senator Ted Cruz's statements, where he said that because Donald Trump is about to take office on January 20th, he feels extremely confident that the Hamas terrorists will release all of the hostages, because he believes that Donald Trump is a man of great strength, and that Donald Trump is someone to be afraid of, and that he's not a Mickey Mouse president. If he speaks, he will do it. That is what Ted Cruz intimated in his brief 47-second statement. And if you're not sure that I'm telling the absolute truth, you can go search for this particular statement online. It's under Fox News somewhere. And that's how I found it. I was rummaging to find something to talk about. And the hostage situation is a terrible situation. And we in the United States have lived with this situation since the infamous day of October 7th. And it's a long time that we have gone through it. And it's a long time that these people have been held hostage. But I don't believe the fact that because Donald Trump will be the president on January 20th, that Hamas will release those prisoners. They will not release them unless they get some kind of monumental reward for holding these people for 2.5 or so years. I don't believe that Hamas has any humanity in terms of taking people hostage and keeping them and killing them and raping them. Hamas is a deadly organization, a terrorist group of the first order, and we should not have been kowtowing to them all this time. But invasion is an almost impossible event. And so we in the world and Israel is stuck with the damage that Hamas and Hezbollah have done to Israel and to the rest of the world by their action. And the country to blame for all of that is Iran. And Iran is having major problems now. And we should be assisting all enemies of Iran in getting rid of that country's leadership. Iran's leadership needs to be destroyed. Iran needs to be made to toe the line and therefore perhaps defeat all of those in that region who are against Israel and against democracy. And let's face it, Israel is a tiny nation. 7 million Jews and 2 million Arabs live in that area, live in that nation, surrounded by enemies on all four sides. Israelites in constant war because they are a Jewish nation. This is anti-Semitism at the highest level, and the world, for some reason, allows it to continue. Israel does not have as many allies as they really should have. And the organization that supposedly is around to help nations when there are problems, the UN, is definitely not a helpful nation. They have sanctioned Israel more times than they have sanctioned any other country in the world. In fact, all of Israel's sanctions are the equal of all the other sanctions in the world. So Israel is lucky to be alive, in my mind. He's lucky to stay in shape. And it's only because of the perseverance and the quality of the Jewish mentality that they can stay alive and contribute more to the world than any other nation of its size, and more to the world than most nations that are much larger than they. So why is the world against Israel so much? And this is a wild rant that I'm talking about, because I've covered all kinds of different bases. But the crux of this talk is the fact that anti-Semitism has risen to extreme heights. I can't say for sure that it's the highest it's ever been, but it's out there. It's out there, and it's a terrible disease. And unfortunately, it is a disease that is continued to be promoted. And those who are ignorant and those who do not understand the nature of the beast fall prey to those that preach this disease. And I don't know when that will stop, if it ever stops. So I'm sorry if I've upset some people this morning, and I'm sorry that I got off on this tangent, but I'm glad I'm able to speak my mind, and I'm glad I'm able to send this out into cyberspace for others to hear, and maybe some people will wake up and understand the situation. So I leave you with that this morning. I leave you with the fact that I do not think those hostages will be released on January 20th, as Ted Cruz said so proudly. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Thank you.